Black, robust, colorful, extremely good readable. These are the promises made coming along with that watch, and I can say promises were kept. Hello and welcome to Watch Max's Watch Videos. My name is Axel and I'm glad to have you on the show. Today I'm going to show you a watch which is really outstanding even in terms of Temption portfolio watches. It's the Temption CGK 204 Curare. Curare comes from a frog from the South Americas with a poison in it. I personally didn't really need that reference to a frog. The watch alone already convinced me without any further reference. I have to say at the beginning, the watch was a pain in the neck to make footage of with the blackened case. I tried my best and I tried to bring on the verbal level to you what I possibly haven't been able to keep in pictures. But the watch is an absolutely great piece, and as most of the Temption watches, too big for my wrist, and that's what I really do regret, because that is a watch which really fascinated me, and it's a so nice one, and I'm really sad that it doesn't fit on my wrist. As said, it's a big watch, my wrist is too small. Let's talk about the specifications of the watch. The watch has a diameter of 43 millimeter, has a lug width of 22 millimeter, and has a thickness of 14.7 millimeter. The lug to lug span is measured by myself 49 millimeter, and the watch weighs 112 grams without a strap. On the front and on the back we have a sapphire crystal, and the watch is empowered by a movement based on the ETA value 7751. Having said that, 7751, it's already clear that there are some more complications compared to the 7750, which I'm going to show you later in the video a bit more in detail. Let's see how the watch sits on my 17 centimeter wrist, or 6 3/4 inch. You already can see it appears much bigger than the 42 millimeter Stova Pro Diver, and on my wrist, unfortunately for me, it feels too big, and that's something I really do regret. The watch currently retails at €2,980, and from my point of view, it's worth any single euro due to the uniqueness, the build quality, and some other parts which I'm going to mention in the video. Before we come to some more details, I'm gonna leave you alone with some music. Of the watch is strictly made according to the information pyramid, which means readability first. So the hour hand, the minute hand, the legibility is the ruling criteria, and the logo and the brand name is the least important. So it's just visible under certain light conditions, and that's something which you see on the watch in every single angle. It is absolutely perfect to read, and the function is the one point which overrules any other function of the watch. Hour and minute hand, then follow date and chronograph functions, the tachymeter scale on the bezel, all this is second to hour and minute, but prior to logo and brand name. We have the pushers for the chronograph function, the crown, and the pusher for the pointed date, stuffed with amber cabochon that's not core functional, but perfectly fits the color of the stop second hands and the yellow or amber stitching of the strap. The movement is decorated, the rotor is black, so really nice, not standard, so it's one step up from the core functional movements you may see. It's really nicely made. The quality I've seen on that watch was totally convincing, and you can see here the horns have a special shape. It's a kind of rectangular shape of the horns, and it's screwed from both sides and keep the high quality, thick and robust leather straps safely in place. The case shape and the pattern is what I've seen on many Temption watches, and here you can see the rectangular step up, step down shape of the horns. I don't remember having seen this with other watches, so for me it appears to be unique for Temption, or at least not the mainstream form of a case, and in particular not a mainstream form of the hands. Screwed lugs and screwed straps is not a good solution for everyone, but Temption supports you with that. In the case you get, there is a small compartment in which you find two screwdrivers which allow you to unscrew the strap and change the strap without the need of buying one or two screwdrivers. Those of you who have seen more of my videos know that I do like to play around with straps, but with this one, as well as with the classic red I presented a fortnight ago, these straps are such a perfect fit to the watch with the matching colorful stitching. I don't think I would play around with much straps, since the strap delivered by the manufacturer, by Temption, are such a great and perfect fit. I don't feel any need to change the strap. Here you again see the amber cabochon pearls, the amber imprint on the tachymeter bezel, and the pusher for the pointed date. Having mentioned, and of course, the striped case shape, which seems to be typical for Temption. I've seen this on all three watches I had, so really nicely made. We have a fold over clasp on the leather strap. It appears to be upside down, I think. I think I should turn it around. Yeah, that's better, I think. On the clasp we have the Temption logo, we have the Temption name. It's really easy and smoothly to operate, comfortable on the wrist. As I have to say, the whole watch was extremely well to operate. The screwed pushers, screwed crown, no scratch, nothing, absolutely smooth and easy to operate. The clasp the same, so a convincing build quality and a convincing quality control before the watches are delivered to the customer. I have been asked by some of my visitors and some of my viewers to show you a little bit more of the functions in detail, in particular how well the hands are set, so I'm going to do this in this take. First, let's talk about the functions the ETA value 7751 delivers. Firstly, we have a pointed date, but before we come to that, I really like to play around with the pushers and the well to operate screw down features. They are so well made. They are not big. They appear to be tiny, but they are so extremely functional that I can operate them even with my gloves on with no issue. So it was kind of surprising and convincing at the same time. The yellow hand with the white arrow at the tip, that's the pointer for the pointer date, which is circular around the dial from 1 to 31. So this is the date of the month shown as a pointer date. In addition to that, we have the day of the week, we have Sunday, we have the month, which is August, we have a moon phase indication, and we have a 24-hour display. It's not a GMT or a second time zone, it's a 24-hour display, which I really feel much appreciated given the a little bit more complicated date functions of the watch. I really do like to know if I'm in the 12 to noon or noon to midnight phase of the days, if I can operate the watch or the date or not. Having a look at the handset, I think it's perfectly set, really well made. Depending on the way you turn the hands left or right way, there's a little bit space and air in the hands. So a fraction of a millimeter space is always given. But here we have such a well fit. So it's for me, there is nothing to complain, nothing at all. For me, it's really a perfect fit, which supports the high quality of the watch, the high build quality, and the high quality of the quality assurance, quality control before the watch is delivered to the customer. Yeah, this is the black coated Temption Curare. The black coating, and that's what Klaus Ulbrich, the owner of Temption, told me, is not just on the surface, it's really hard and durable. So there is nothing which cracks this or which can be rubbed off. It's absolutely durable. Let's have a look at the watch at night. If it's also good readable at night, let's switch off my video lights. And now we have some remaining light. Where does it come from? Don't know. And you can see it's really bright, shining, and given the big hands and the space to put luminous color on the hands and the indices, makes me believe that this watch is really long and well readable throughout the whole night. And that's what I expect from a sporty watch, what I expect from a watch from Temption, and I'm pretty sure the watch delivers on all its promises. As I said, unfortunately, not my size, too big. I would really like to know if you prefer the classic red or the black amber one, which is called CGK 204 Curare. Stay safe, enjoy your watches, and look forward to my next video. Cheers, Axel!